Greetings gamers, welcome back to another video, and we're going to be going over a deck profile for the new set of Union Arena Tokyo Ghoul. So this is the purple Touka Kaneki deck. I really like this deck, well mainly because I'm a big fan of Kaneki and Touka. But other than that, if you play the sequence of the cards right, you're going to be swinging for a lot of attacks. Other than that, let's get started. So we're going to be going over the triggers. So the standard already for the final trigger, we are playing 4 of the final coffee. Next, we're playing 4 of the Touka special. Nothing here belongs to you. Does 3,000 sideline at 3,000 BP character, or if you have Touka in play, it's 5,000 instead. So pretty much standard. Next, we're playing the color trigger, the Touka. Just if on the front line, activate main. Once per turn, you switch a Kaneki that's 4 or less required energy to rest. If you do, this character gains 2,000 BP. So with Touka, you're gonna see a lot of her cards are require you to rest Kaneki. So you gotta play the sequence really good so you can get good effects off of that. Moving on to the 0 energy cost. So we have standard, 4 Kanekis, 4 Toukas. We're playing 2 of the 0 Rize. Win sideline, choose up to 1 Kaneki with no face down card underneath it, and then you get to place this card underneath it. So it's really good because of the raid Kaneki, which we'll get to later. So we're playing 2 of these. I didn't want to play 4 because there's another Rize I wanted to play, which is why we're not playing this one at 4. And then to round up our 0 drops, we are playing 2 of the Hinamis. So Hinami's good because she allows you to draw a card. And then also what you could do is you can give a character plus 1,000 BP. So it's very situational. If you're playing this early game, obviously you're gonna wanna draw, but giving a character plus 1,000 BP is pretty key in this game. So situational is why we're playing 2 of them. Moving up to the 2 energy cost. So we're playing 2 of the Anteku. So Anteku's really good because it allows you to switch a character to active. You remember I was telling you with Kaneki, you're switching them to rest because of Touka. This will help you activate and switch them to active. So that's the win play, but also you get another one where activate main, you switch it to resting sideline it, and you could choose a character on your front line and switch it to active. So you get 2 instances of that, 1 win played and 1 activate main. So this is very good. We had to play it because we're gonna be resting Kaneki a lot. Next, we're playing 2 of the Nullify Impact Kaneki. So a lot of builds are playing this at 4. I can see them why they're playing 4, but we chose to play 2 because we swapped it out with a attacker for Touka. But I'm playing it this way. If you want to play adding this to 4 Kanekis, then you can. You'll just have to take the Toukas out. But this Kaneki Nullify Impact is really good. Helps you not die. But also during your turn, if it has a face down card underneath it, it gets plus 1,000 BP. So another beater right there. Next, we're playing 2 of the Rizes, 2 energy costs. Now this right here, I kind of want to play more. This is just so good. What it does is activate main. This is from your sideline. You could choose a Kaneki with no face down cards underneath it and place this card underneath it, face down. And if you do that, what you can do is obviously you discard a card from your hand, but you switch him to active, but he loses 1,000 BP. This is one of your combo pieces. Once we go over the combat set, our combo tutorial, we're gonna show you the sequence of this. But I want to put this at 3 because I want to see this a lot more. So that's it for the 2s. We're gonna be moving on to the 3 energy drops next. So first we're going with 4 of the Udas. Uda is really good It has its energy generator of 2, which is already good by itself, but its win played ability is you get to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you could choose a raid card or a card that costs 2 AP and put it into your hand, and then you sideline a card if you end up doing that from your hand. That is really good. It helps you get your rated Kanekis or your rated Touka, but it also helps you get your 2 AP Touka as well. So we had to max this out because it's really good. Also, it does have activate main. You switch this to Resty and sideline it, and then once you do that, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 card to your hand and then place the remaining in your sideline. Why that's good as well, because it can help you try to sideline this. You really need Rize in your sideline to get her sideline effect, because you want to keep doing that. So that's why this activate main's really good. Next, we're playing 2 of the Nitschkis, 2 energy generator right here. Look at the top card of your deck, and then you can either place it back on top of your deck or sideline. This is really good because if you do have a Rize or a card you don't want at your deck, at the top of your deck that you don't want to draw next, you could sideline it. Typically, we're doing good. We're going to be very happy if we look at the top of our card, top of our deck, and we see a Rize at that top, because we're automatically going to sideline that. So 2 of him. I don't see you playing more than that, because 3 to 4 just makes it a little cloggy. You don't really want that many Nitschkis. Next, we're playing 2 of the 3-drop Toukas. So the reason why I'm playing this is because I want more attackers. This Touka is really good in my opinion. It's a 3,500 attacker, but during your turn, this character gets an additional 500, so it's 4K attacking. But when it's win plate, you could switch 1 King Kaneki with a require energy of 4 or less from your front line, and if you do, you switch this card to active. Really good. Combos off with your Kanekis, which is why we had to play this. Like I said, if you don't want to play this, because a lot of builds are playing just the 2 or 4 of the nullified Kanekis, so if you end up doing that, you'll just end up taking this Touka out. But I see this Touka is just really good. Why not keep this in here? All right, so that rounds up our 3 drops. Next, we're going to be moving on to our 4 drops, which are going to be primarily our raids. So the key piece, the heart of the deck, is this Kaneki right here. Really, really important for the deck. We have to max out at this. So what Kaneki does is he's a traded nullified impact. When played, you draw 2 cards and then discard a card. What's really good is his activate main. Is if he has, it's a once per turn, but he has to be on the front line. If he has a face down card underneath him, then you activate him. Really good, because you're going to be tapping him a lot. So you're going to need to activate him with this. Okay, so that Kaneki is really good. Moving on, next, we are playing 4 of the raid Toukas. So this Touka matches so well with this Kaneki. So what Touka does is when play, you get 2 things that you could choose to do. You can choose to have a character with the 3 or less required energy on the field, and you switch it to active. You're pretty much never doing that effect. You're always going to be wanting to draw a card. It's situational to switch someone to active, but you're primarily going to be drawing a card. You need cards so you could try to pop off. But the activate main for this card is so good. So obviously you need a Kaneki in your front line. So once per turn, you can switch a Kaneki that is 4 or less on their front line to Resty, and if you do, this card gains double attack. Super good. So you can imagine if you have 2 of these out on the field with Kaneki, it's going to be insane. To round off our deck, we're playing 4 of the 2 action point Touka. So this is really good. You play it, costs 2 action points, 2 or 4 energy as well. It gets set to active. The activate main, once per turn, you switch a Kaneki in the front line to resting, that is 4 or less. And then if you do that, this card gets double attack, and it also gets, during your second attack, it gets impact 1. This right here is a game finisher. If you're able to play this with another Touka raid, you're almost probably going to be winning that game, because it's just going to be too much aggression, because you're going to have so many double attacks, and then you have one with impact. So it's just going to be really crazy. All right, so that right there rounds up the deck. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a quick combo guide so you know how to play this deck. All right, guys, so ideally, this is what you're going to want to have your field look like. You at least want to have 2 raid Toukas in play, with the Kaneki raid in play as well, with nothing underneath it, and a Rize 2-drop in your sideline. This could really be any other random attacker. This is why I like this attacker, because you're attacking for 4,000 with this. All right, so with this, you're pretty much essentially gonna win if you have something like this, unless you get hit with a trigger from your opponent's life. So what you're gonna do is, first you're going to activate main with this. So you're going to rest this Kaneki. So this Kaneki's rested, now she gets double attack. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna activate this Rize, putting her face down underneath a Kaneki that doesn't have nothing face down on top of him, and you send the active. I don't have a hand yet because I didn't draw, so we'll just say we have a random cards in our hand. So that requires you to discard a card from your hand. So you'll discard a card from your hand. And so now, since you did that, Kaneki's not at 4,000 BP. He loses 1,000 BP. That's kind of irrelevant, but he's active. So we have a double attack. He's active, and he had Touka right here. So since you made him active again, you can activate this Touka to rest him. So now you have 2 guys right here that have double attack. So potentially you have 2, 4, you have 6 attacks right now. After that, what you can do is, this is why Onteku's is really good. You can activate Onteku, which is activate main, switch to resting sideline. You choose 1 character on your field and switch to active. So you do this, bam. Now you have some crazy attacks going on right now. So now you have 2, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 attacks right here. Now, you can only imagine, if I could find her real quick, this is where it gets situational, the 0-drop Hinami. So this is all presuming that you still have action points left, or if you had like the final trigger in your hand to play to set APs. Because you're going to need to use all your AP, obviously, to get this to go off. And then let's just say you had this right here, that you still had 1 action point left or so, and then you could play this Hinami right here in your energy line, and then you have this Hinami activate main. You give a character plus 1,000 BP, or you draw a card. So we're just gonna give this Kaneki plus 1,000 BP, so it negs out the negative that it got from Rize. So this puts him back at 4K. Yeah, so you can see why this is really good. Because if you do that, now you have all these attacks, which will pretty much almost end the game. So you have 4K right here, another 4K, 4K, 2 4K attacks right here, and then another 4K. So that's what, 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks with that, all 4Ks. Now, let's say you did that, but at some point you had, this is optimal once I find it. If you have this field, you're pretty much never, you probably aren't gonna lose this game. So instead of this, let's say you swapped it out with this right here. So if you're able to get this on the field, so you went through everything, this was active, but now let's say you're gonna use this activate main, the once per turn, to set this to resting. Now you have a double attack here, but with impact. So either way, you're gonna be getting 6 attacks, but this right here, when it attacks again, the second attack, it gives it impact 1. So if you're able to get this in with at least 1, hopefully 2 Toukas, other Toukas in play, you are for sure going to win the game. Well, yeah, that's pretty much what this deck wants to do. You want to rush to get your Kaneki and Toukas in play, and rush to get the Rize, the face down Rize right here in your sideline, so you're able to do crazy combos with Kaneki. But other than that, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching. If this video was helpful, please, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so when another video like this comes up, you guys will be notified. But other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.